Yes guys, and welcome back guys to a brand new video guys, and in today's video guys we are going to be talking about Manchester United's last game that we went and played. Tottenham guys at home at Old Trafford. Viva Ronaldo is back with a bang. Hat-trick, can't beat it at the end of the day. We've done the double on Tottenham as well, first time in a long time as well, but it was always that main man, Cristiano Ronaldo. Viva Ronaldo, he is back, never doubt him, he is the GOAT. They all said he was finished, doesn't have the legs. Shut up. Anyway guys, let's get straight into today's video. We made 5 changes from our last game against Man City. Talking about the starting 11, so we started with De Gea, Dalot, Varane, Maguire, Telles, Matic, Fred, Rashford, Pogba, Sancho and Ronaldo. Get into the overall reaction now. Ronaldo spectacular hat-trick sinks Spurs. Man United have done the double on Tottenham. Viva Ronaldo. CR7 is back, never doubt him. A much needed reaction from last week. Wow, what a game, what a result. We never gave up. Massive 3 points. We made it hard work for ourselves. It was a very intense. We got there in the end. It was a competitive game. It was end to end. Tottenham were the better footballing side. Both teams scored from individual mistakes. We gave away possession too easily. Same old United. Let them back in the game. We couldn't afford to drop points. We showed character and team spirit. We nearly threw it away. We just needed to see it out. Brilliant reaction from conceding the goals. We didn't create many chances, but we took our chances in big moments. We had big moments as well. The midfield at times was getting split open. The atmosphere was rocking. I'm over the moon. I felt like we controlled the second half. We were tight and compact to the second half. The goals, obviously. We let them have the confidence to get the second goal. We had to change the game plan after we conceded the second goal. Ralf went for it and it worked. We had the quality to beat them. We defended well. Typical Maguire, the fridge. Yet again, we deserved the win. First half was good, second half was good, and overall it was an okay performance. Anyway guys, let's get straight into today's video. What did I make of the performance? Yeah, I think, like I said then, I think it was an okay performance. I don't think it was one of the best performances out there. I think obviously it was one of those games where we relied on big moments, a big player to go and take our chances. But it was a great game. I think you've got to say, wow, what a game, what a win and what a result. It was a much needed result that we needed. It was massive 3 points. It was just one of them, to be honest. We needed a reaction after last weekend against Man City. The main thing was from these players, can you show us a reaction from the Man City game? And I think we got that reaction from the players as well. Brilliant reaction from the players, but obviously brilliant team spirit and character when we conceded the goals to get back into the game as well. It was one of those games where you couldn't write it off and say, yeah, we're not coming back into it. Big player like Cristiano Ronaldo, a world-class striker, got us out of the mud really. It was one of those games. It was one of those games where we had an up, they came back. We had an up, they came back, and then we had an up again. It wasn't really a smooth running game, was it? Up and down for the most of the game, but we got there. In the end, it was a competitive game, it was end to end, but I thought Tottenham were the better footballing side. Obviously they created the better chances. There you go, it just shows Tottenham's inconsistency. I did say that coming into this game as well. You know, they're an inconsistent side. Both teams have scored from individual mistakes as well. Obviously we scored from pretty much them not marking us. Our mistake was pretty much when we gave that penalty away. It was a great game overall. We needed 3 points in a game like this, in a must-win game against Tottenham. We can't afford to drop points from now to the end of the season. We have to pick as many points as we can. Can't afford to drop stupid points now from now to the end of the season. So some tough games in there, but we'll get there. But it was a competitive game, and it was end to end, and yeah, it was one of those games, and we just couldn't afford to drop points. But you know, I thought United let Tottenham get back into the game a little, and then that's how they build their confidence, getting the first goal and the second goal. So. But yeah, I think loads of the times, I think the midfield was just getting split open. I think it was a well-balanced team. It was a very, crunchy moments in the game. But, I thought at times the midfield wasn't the best. We were just getting run over. But at the end of the day, we got the result that we needed. A much needed win against a very good side in Tottenham. And we defended really well. And we deserve the win at the end of the day, and we just have to take this on for a knock-on effect and say, we are better than this, considering that we did win this game and we got the 3 points, the vital 3 points, and yeah, what a game, what a win, and what a result it was. Getting into the game now for the first half had kicked off. I thought it was a pretty equal game. I thought a very competitive game. I thought it was end to end. I thought first couple of minutes was good. I think it was all about who could control that game better in the opening sort of 15-20 minutes maybe. I think it was a dream start for Man United. I thought we didn't create many chances. I think it was just all about when we got those big moments and those big chances, you have to take them. And that's what we had in Cristiano Ronaldo. I thought we didn't really put them much under pressure, didn't really create many chances. It was just from a goal from nothing, to be honest, to get that one goal, to go 1-0 up. A goal from nothing. I think obviously Tottenham didn't show that desire to close us down. Ronaldo had so much time and space to shoot, and which gave us the goal. I thought then Tottenham then sort of came back into the game. They came on the front foot, created some fantastic chances, wasted some opportunities as well. But De Gea kept us in the game, and then they kept on going. We were on the back foot. We were I thought we defended well in times, and then when it mattered, I think then it sort of made obviously it was a blatant penalty then from Telles. Before that, we should have had a penalty as well. So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it was one of them. And I mean, we should have had a penalty, and that should have made it really 2-0. So maybe it could have been a different game if that penalty was given. And then obviously then on the other side, Telles, blatant penalty, it was always going to be given. Tottenham made it 1-1. I thought then, maybe they're coming back into the game now, Tottenham. And then I thought, okay, yeah. But then I thought, again, from nothing, didn't create much on goal. I think we did have a great chance. I think Sancho made a good chance. But again from nothing, big moment from a big player. We knew we were going to get these big chances or these big moments in the game, and it's all about you have to take them. And a great ball over the top by Matic to Sancho, and Ronaldo taps it in for 2-1. And then it's half time. I think then we go out the team talk saying, beware of a reaction, don't let them back in the game. Tottenham come out on the front foot, aggressive. We're on the back foot. I thought we defended well at times, though. I thought we defended really well for the first, I think, up until we conceded the second. But I think we just gave them too much confidence back into the game, too much momentum to get them back into the game. And when they had that, they just grew in that confidence. They created some good chances. Son had a good chance that was dragged wide. But you could see that they were getting that confidence and that momentum back into the team. And then obviously then the own goal happened. Stupid from Maguire. I think it's poor communication with Varane and Maguire. Maguire should have just let that down to De Gea. But yeah, and then again, United, I thought then, obviously then Ralf made a few substitutions, went for it. He's pretty much playing, I think, 4 strikers on the pitch, so he knew he had to go for it. He had to throw everything at it, all or nothing, to be honest. And you know what? I look at that Tottenham team and I say, I think also they have conceded from a few corners this season as well. And Telles with the great corner into the box. Ronaldo just gets a great head onto it, 3-2, and the game's over then. And then it was all about how well we could see the game out then. It was all about how well we could see the game out. There was literally about 10 minutes to go. So I thought we did well defensively, offensively with the last 10 minutes to go. So even though Tottenham would have thought, we're still in the game, but we had to just not give them any sniffle of confidence or momentum. So I thought we did that really well. And I think in the second half it was squeaky bum time at times. We knew we couldn't afford to drop points against Tottenham. I knew that there was loads of time to get another goal, and Ronaldo just pops up and gets that third goal. Brilliant. And 3-2. What a game, what a win, what a result in terms of top 4. Shame that Arsenal didn't drop points, but we have to just keep going. We have to just keep grinding until Arsenal do make a slip up, and they will make slip ups along the way as well. So good performance all round. I thought we could have been better in spells, but at the end of the day, we are there. There are rooms for improvement, and but yeah, it was a great game, and it was vital to win that. It was a must-win game, and we got the 3 points as well. wow, what a win, what a game, and what a result. It was a must-win game against a tough opponent in Tottenham, and massive 3 points as well. Oh yeah, I think when you beat a top 6 team, it's brilliant. I think it was last season where we couldn't beat a top 6 team. Just goes to show that in games like this against Tottenham, not only just we've beaten them, we've also done the double on them as well. I think that's the first time in like 10 years that we've done the double on them. So I know it was a long time ago. I think if you would have probably took out Ronaldo, we were probably not getting a win out of that. But when you have a world-class striker in Ronaldo, he's obviously get an emphatic win in an emphatic fashion as well. So to get 6 points out of Tottenham this season, it's fantastic. Tottenham, they've not been the best this season as well. To get a great win and get out of Tottenham, it's fantastic, I think. And Tottenham have not been great this season, been up, down, inconsistent as well. Just goes to show that how much of a boost we needed this going into Atletico Madrid in the week. What a result it was for the players. The mood will be up in the camp as well. The players will be over the moon with that result as well. We've got games like Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, so we've still got another 3 games yet with the top 6, and then we've got the rest to worry about then. And we've got hopefully 6 easy games ahead of that. Brilliant win, much needed win. It was a must win, vital win for the season as well. I think it sort of dents Tottenham's hopes for getting top 4, so we just have to keep chipping away, and we just have to keep picking up points and keep picking up points one after another. We'll get there, I tell you, we will. Ronaldo has broken a new record, the all-time top goal scorer with 807 goals. What an achievement. Oh, it's fantastic. A player like Ronaldo, not only just to come to a club like Manchester United and to say yes to come back to Manchester United and to have a player in Cristiano Ronaldo, it's fantastic because you know what you're going to get from Ronaldo. You know you're going to get goals. You know that you've got a world-class striker there and Ronaldo as well. And obviously, I think Ronaldo's one of those sort of players where he wants to win trophies as well. He wants to do his best and hopefully try. I think he'll be hoping that whatever happens against Atletico Madrid, this is our opportunity to throw everything at it in the week. Not only just games like that, but you look at games like Tottenham where you think, wow, what a performance that was from Ronaldo. Hats off to Ronaldo. He's not only just a legend, but he's a GOAT as well, of the sport as well. Him and Messi have undoubtedly been the best players, but I think Ronaldo is always that better player than Messi, because he just breaks records, played in so many different leagues as well. You've got a real good talent in Ronaldo. You know, he doesn't only just provide you goals, he's also got the experience, the leadership as well. He's captain material as well. He's a fantastic player, and it's a fantastic achievement for him to be the all-time top goal scorer in the game, in football as well, with 807 goals. It's brilliant, it's fantastic, and there's not much better you can get. Has the international break come at the right time? You know what? I think you look at those sort of certain results that we've had from the last international break that we've had. This will be the second international break that Ralf has had since his time being an interim manager. I think you look at some of those results, like, you know, some great wins over there against Tottenham, obviously, and obviously you look at games like Wolves, where we've lost, Man City as well. And then you look at stupid games where we've dropped too many points, the likes of Southampton, Burnley as well, Watford as well. So yeah, I think you sort of look at those games and say, have we had a good run of form? I think we've picked up some good points and beaten some very good teams along the way. But at the same time, I think if we do beat Atletico Madrid and we do go through to the quarterfinals in the Champions League, I think it sort of builds a bit of confidence and momentum back in the players to go and have another game again on the weekend. But I think at the same time, you look back at that and you might say, I think it might be a good rest for the players to rest, recuperate, go again after the international break, because we know after the international break, I think we've got 9 games to go. So I think it's all about all or nothing after that. You know, you've got to throw it 110% in every single game. You can't afford to drop too many points. You know, you have to win every single game pretty much as well. Maybe win, 7-8 games and you maybe drop 3 points to somebody else. But I think you've got to try. The players know that they've got to win every single game after the international break. So I think it's a good rest. It'll be good for the players to recuperate, go again after the international break, and we throw everything. We throw all beans at it after the international break. But I think it's good for some players, to look back. Ralf is one of these coaches where he'll say to his players, "This is where you want to be better in, and this is what I want you to do from now on, for when we get back playing again and stop being like, you look at the likes of Rashford, you'll pinpoint and say this is what you should be doing. You shouldn't need to pass the ball, and stop being greedy. So I think you look at sort of certain players like that. But I think after this international break, the players have got to be ready and got to throw everything at it, 110% in every single game. We've got to win most of those games, to be honest, to get top four, and hope Arsenal slip up. So it's a good time maybe to get rest and recuperate, but at the same time it will kill a little bit of the confidence and momentum after picking up 2 great wins. But maybe you say we've done really well and we've ended it on a high as well. So last game of March at midweek against Atletico, so let's throw everything at it in that one, and let's see where we end up after Tuesday night as well. Who is my man of the match? You know what, I thought some players had a good game and some didn't really have a decent game. The Day had an okay game, to be honest. I thought the 2 goals that we conceded, De Gea couldn't really do much. I thought De Gea had an okay performance. Delo was okay. Varane was good at times. Maguire was okay, bit of a liability as well, conceded the stupid own goal to let Tottenham back in the game. Tellez was immense in that game as well. I thought Matic had a very good game. Fred had a good game as well. Rashford just doesn't look right. Pogba as well, I thought he had an alright game as well. Pogba. Sancho had a brilliant game again, and Ronaldo obviously getting the hat-trick. I think there's only one bad to give this, so that's obviously Ronaldo on fire at the minute. Got the hat-trick. Brilliant to get the 3 points against a very good team in Tottenham. How do we beat Leicester City? Now, obviously, we've got Leicester in our next upcoming game. Obviously, Leicester City, I think they're a great team this side. I think, obviously, they've beaten us early on in the season. They beat us 4-2, I think, 4-1, 4-2. I think it was well and truly got beaten by Leicester. I think Leicester this side have not had a great season. I think Leicester, they've got a fantastic manager. They've got some fantastic players. They're just not utilising those players on the pitch, and I just don't think, Rodgers has got his tactics right in games, and trying different systems as well, different formations, and it's not paid off. I've just recently watched them play Arsenal. I think they looked okay when after they conceded the first goal, but again, just couldn't get back into the game. And I think that main man, Jamie Vardy, is just a complete different. They're a complete different team when there's no Jamie Vardy. So, and when he's out, not on the pitch or not even on the bench for Leicester, Leicester look like a complete different side. So, I think that's a race against time for Vardy to get fit for this game as well. But Leicester, they're a great team as well. You don't want to write them off. They're a great team. Got lots of quality all over the pitch. A couple of players that they've got. Samare, we were looking at him as well. We didn't even get him. So at the end of the day, Leicester, they're a great side, but just not putting it together this season. Probably having one of the worst seasons as well. Obviously, back-to-back seasons, they finished 5th and now they're 12th in the table. So before that, they do play Brentford though as well. I think this will probably this will probably come at the right time for them, to get into that international break and to get their players ready, fired up for after the international break. They'll probably want to win this as well at Old Trafford, but we just have to be able to put these games to bed. Games like Leicester, the must-win games. It's a must-win against Leicester. We've got to get the 3 points against them. Without a doubt, you can't afford to drop points against Leicester, so we have to pick up the 3 points here. And you've got to do what you've got to do, and the players have got to prepare well for a game like this. Got to go with the right mentality, the right mindset, and on the pitch, it's what it matters. And we have to be able to perform for a full 90 minutes, and we've got to turn up as well to this game against Leicester. But like I said, we can't afford to drop points in this one. Must-win game. Got to get the 3 points, and if we can get the 3 points, build some momentum, and build the confidence, and put in and maybe hopefully try get some wins on the go, and that'll be brilliant as well if we can do that as well, and go on some good run of form as well on the back end of the season as well. That'll be brilliant as well. But getting into Leicester City, obviously they can't defend on set pieces. I think you look at free kicks, corners, penalties. That's where you want to capitalise on as well. They're inconsistent with results. Obviously, 1 week, like Arsenal just lost, and then they won 2 games. And they're just that side, to be honest. But they're poor away from home as well. and that's not good for them, especially when they come into Old Trafford as well. But they've got injuries as well. They've got a list of players out injured, but they panic under pressure. Defensively, they're vulnerable. Conceded 2 to Arsenal. And they've, you look at other results that they've lost to, like the likes of West Ham conceded 4, conceded 3 to Chelsea, conceded 6 to Man City. So, that side can definitely, defensively, are vulnerable at the back. But Rodgers tries different systems. He'll try maybe a 3-4-2-1 maybe, or a 4-3-3, or the 4-2-3-1. So he tries different systems. But they're a very physical side, they're well-coached side, they're quick in transition as well. The likes of Harvey Barnes, Lookman as well, Maddison, a very well-drilled side. But they're a very clever side as well, Leicester. And you don't want to write them off in a game like this as well. But what we've got to do is we've got to watch for the balling from behind. We must work hard, win our duels, 50-50s and second balls. Don't let them have time and space on the ball, capitalise on their mistakes. They do like to tend to make a lot of mistakes, but we have to be quick on the ball. The passing needs to be quick. We've got to use the pace on the flanks. Passing has got to be quick. We've got to put them under pressure. Watch out for the ball over the top as well. Stop the crosses coming into the box. We've got to capitalise on their mistakes as well. Got to be able to put them under pressure, show the aggression without possession. Pick out the right pass, close the channels as well. Close down. We've got to be able to keep Vardy quiet. The link-up play needs to be effective. Put the centre-backs under pressure. The defence needs to be disciplined. Got to be aware of a reaction as well. Don't let them get a shot off. Don't let them stay in the game. Win the midfield battle. Don't let them win the loose balls. Don't let them back in the game. We must defend properly. We've got to be organised. Get the crosses into the box. Commit men into the box. The passing needs to be quick. Be quick on the break, create the spaces, attack the spaces, drive them out of position, stretch them out. If they play with a deep line, attack them. Don't give them any confidence or momentum. Don't afford to make mistakes. Capitalise on our set pieces. Set pieces could come into play in a game like this as well, which we've got to capitalise on. Defend properly on our set pieces. Do not allow them any space. Don't afford to make mistakes. Creativity is a must. Need a quick and bright start. Get an early goal would be crucial. Got to be aggressive, got to be ruthless, make the runs in from behind, play with high intensity, high tempo, play with energy and purpose, get between the lines, make the runs in the right channels, pick out the right pass, get the players in the forward areas. Got to create the chances, take our chances, be clinical, be explosive on the break. The quality in the final third needs to be there. Got to control and dominate the game. Don't underestimate them. Fullbacks have got to be effective. Decision making will be key in a game like this as well. The game management will be key in a game like this as well. Don't leave spaces or gaps open. We need to be tight and compact. Defensively frustrate Leicester. We need to have the desire to close them down. Got to be strong, committed, play with the higher line. Don't afford to be lazy. Don't make mistakes in silly areas. Play with heart, play with fight, heart, passion, pride, commitment, determination and desire. Show character and team spirit. We've got to be switched on at all times. We need to be focused and stay concentrated. Commit men into the box. Don't be afraid to make a tackle. Be brave, take risks. Don't give the ball away cheaply, and the midfield needs to close them down. Get into the goals now. First goal for Varane, pass the ball to Fred. Fred flicks the ball to Ronaldo, and Ronaldo scores an absolute screamer for 1-0. Second goal, Telles, pass the ball to Matic. Matic puts a fantastic ball over the top to Sancho. Sancho squares it to Ronaldo and taps it in for 2-1. Third goal, great corner by Telles, and Ronaldo heads it in for 3-2. Get into the stats now. Possession for Man United, it was 43.5%, and for Tottenham, it was 56.5%. Goals for Man United, it was 3, and for Tottenham, it was 2. Total shots for Man United, it was 10, and for Tottenham it was 10. Shots on target for Man United it was 6, and for Tottenham it was 3. Shot accuracy for Man United it was bang on 60%, and for Tottenham it was bang on 30%. Shots inside the box for Man United it was 7, and for Tottenham it was 8. Shots outside the box for Man United it was 2, and for Tottenham it was 3. Total passes for Man United it was 459 passes, and for Tottenham it was 584 passes. Pass accuracy for Man United it was 85.2%, and for Tottenham it was bang on 89%. Getting into the substitutions now. Rashford went off for Elanga. Talk about Marcus's performance. Both of United's wingers were culpable for Tottenham's wing-backs. Joy and Rashford had none in the final third, came off injured. Matic went off for Cavani, talking about Nemanja performance. Often outnumbered, but when he intervened expertly at times and sprung the attack that led the second goal, unfortunate to come off. Ronaldo went off for Lindelof, talking about Cristiano's performance. Breached Hugo Lloris for Hollister of a shot and clinically scored again to regain United's lead. Cesar Is twice more and then nodded in, tracked back selflessly, his best performance back at United. Next up we've got Leicester. Leicester are 12th in the table. I think obviously coming into a game against Leicester, I think this is a must-win game. You have to be able to pick up the 3 points here. I think going into a game like this against Leicester, great team, got great manager, got lots of quality all over the pitch. There'll be a few question marks and a few players that will be could be ready for this game like this. Maybe Fofana might come back and maybe Jamie Vardy. It could be a question mark for this game as well. But before that though, they do play Brentford. I think win or lose or draw. I think they'll definitely want to come into this game with confidence and momentum to sort of regain their hopes and obviously try and get back into the top half of the league as well. Table. A team like Leicester, you've got to be able to beat them. It's a must-win game. You've got to pick up the 3 points. Can't afford to drop points in a game like this. But we have to be able to make this game count. We have to be able to perform for a full 90 minutes, and we have to turn up to a game like this against Leicester City. But we have to be able to prepare well for a game like this, not only just mentally but physically as well. The physical side, we've got to do our job as well. So Leicester, they're a great team, great side. We have to turn up and perform for this game as well. It might be a tough game at times. It will be their FA Cup final. They will give it everything themselves, but we have to focus on what we do. We have to be able to do a job on Leicester. We can't afford to drop points. This is not the time of the place to drop points. We have to pick up the 3 points here against Leicester. You know, at the end of the day, we just got to do our job here. We've got to go in with the right mindset, the right mentality. We can't afford to drop points in this game against Leicester. Got to have to be able to pick up the 3 points here. It's a must-win game as well in order to get top 4. We can't afford to drop points in this one. So it's a game where you have to say, look, lads, you've got to win this game. I think going into a game against like Leicester, hopefully our players will be ready for a game like this. We have to go 110% in a game like this as well against Leicester. We've got to give it everything that we've got in the tank. Hopefully come out deservedly with the win and with the 3 points. We walk away hopefully in the top 4 as well. Leicester are scoring 1.5 goals per game. Leicester are conceding 1.7 goals per game. Leicester have won 9, drawn 6 and they've lost 11. They've lost to West Ham 4-1, Man City 1-0, Brighton 2-1, Arsenal 2-0, Chelsea 3-0, Villa 2-1, Man City 6-3, Tottenham 3-2, Liverpool 2-0, Wolves 2-1 and Arsenal 2-0. Leicester have lost 7 games away from home this season. Their last loss was against Arsenal, which ended 2-0, and that was just played just the weekend gone. You know, they're terrible away from home as well, which we've got to take that into account as well. Hopefully that should give us the mental edge to win this game against Leicester. Leicester City have the 12th best defence in the league. The players to look out for is Schmeichel, Justin, Soyuncu, Amarte, Pereira, Vestergaard, Thomas, Tillemans, Maddison, Albright and Barnes, Chowdhury, Shrewsbury Hall, Mendy, Ndidi, Samare, Jamie Vardy is a question mark. Iheanacho, Perez, Daka and Luxman. Hope you guys have enjoyed another video. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe to my channel if you are new, and I'll see you guys in a video in the next couple of days. And peace.